Welcome back to Sister. It's been, yes, a week, and I'm sure you missed us a lot. My name is Jessica. This is the All Women Talk Show that talks about, of course, your relationships and everything that goes on in there. Now, today it will be no different. We'll be looking forward to receiving your messages right here on the show and hopefully giving you a couple of answers, that you may or may not like. All right. Now, there are various ways that you can interact with us on the show today. Via email. You can send an email to jessica@cityfmonline.com. You can send a WhatsApp to 054-998-6996. Or, finally, you can like our page on Facebook at Sister Live. Join us. You'll find this logo right here as, our DP. Just like that page and drop your message. DM us. Slide into our DMs and we'll be more than happy to hear from you. When we come back, I'll introduce my sisters this evening. And you're welcome back to Sister. Right, so let's say hello to our sisters tonight. I've been joined in the studio by Tina. She's looking like Big Bird today.
And you look like an African Barbie doll.
Well, that's a good thing, no?
Yeah. But mine is not a good thing, but I still love him anyway.
I like Big Bird. Hey!
I don't like him.
Oh, that was my favorite cartoon character growing up.
Well.
No?
Well.
Okay. Emma's here. Hello, Emma.
Hi.
What's good?
I'm good.
First time on Sister.
I know. But thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're not new to the show, so.
No.
So we're going to be hearing some very interesting things from you, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. You know me.
I know you. I worry.
So I'm very attentive today. Today I'm going to listen to all her.
You don't talk plenty,
No. No pressure.
Oh, well. Rosina's here.
Hi,
Good to see you.
Jessica. I'm tired.
I know.
But I'm okay.
You'll be going back to work soon as well.
I know.
Yeah.
Mommy diary.
You thought that 3 months will never end.
Charlie,
It
was so far
fast.
away.
Yeah.
Funny enough, in the beginning I was missing work, but now that I'm going,
You got comfortable, and now you're going to be
I'm
missing
like,
baby.
yes. But it's all good.
And I have a confession, Rosina.
What's that?
You know I love you, right?
Yes.
But every time we show this show, like it shows on TV, and I see your hair, I'm jealous. Oh, I'm not even kidding. Like I'll message her on the side, like I hate you. You have such beautiful hair.
Yeah. Thank you.
Viewers, all that is hers.
Yeah.
Please, camera, you should zoom in.
I'm shy.
Hey, no, it's lovely. Like I remember when Rosina started this hair thing.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We were all on sister, like joke, like joke.
Grandma was like, "Are you sure this is the best hair position?"
Man, I wish I started with you. I swear to you. Beautiful. Anyway.
Well done.
Ladies, thanks for making time. Let's go right into action. So my first message comes in from Trina. Now she says, I've been in a relationship for 8 years, got pregnant, delivered last November. After delivering, my fiancé confessed to me that he impregnated another woman whilst I was 6 months pregnant. He told me he got drunk when it happened, so he would like me to take care of the child when he's old enough, and he will compensate the other lady. We're planning to get married this November, but he's still keeping things from me about the other lady. I don't know if she has delivered or not, but I've been hearing the information from others. He's telling them that he doesn't want me to get hurt, and that's why he hasn't told me that she delivered a baby boy. I've also given birth to a boy, by the way. I'm so confused and don't know what to do. When I want to walk away, he pleads with me and tells me he still loves me, to the extent that his mom even pleads on his behalf and asks me not to leave. Sisters, should I go ahead with this marriage?
What a mess.
So this sounds like a real life story that I know of.
Okay.
But unfortunately for the lady that is in there, she's already married.
Oh, right.
So breaking away or moving away from the whole situation is a bit dicey.
More complicated.
It's not as easy as not getting married to the guy. Like, she's in the marriage. They've gone a bit, she's also had a child. It's more complicated to just up and leave. But you haven't gotten married.
Yeah.
So your chances are vast. Your options are vast. Thing is that I think the child or he having a baby with someone else is not the issue for me.
Okay.
The issue for me is keeping things away from you. Because if honesty and sincerity is not a key to your relationship, then trust me, bigger things are going to come up that you wouldn't be in on. And you will be the last person to know. I've always said that when someone is not privy, or the two of you are in a relationship, and one person in the relationship is not privy to something, or is the last person to know, and the whole world knows, and you're walking about thinking that everything you know is it, but the world knows more than you do, it's disrespect, you know. So for me, the big issue here is not opening up, not being transparent, not being sincere or honest with your partner. And so if this is a red flag for you, which is a red flag in my eyes, I think that you should think twice. You have the liberty of pulling out.
Okay. MFA, let's hear you.
Wow, I'm still thinking about this. I don't know why some men always cheat on their wives when they're pregnant. I think it's absolutely disgusting. So I'm still stuck on that. But going back to what Tina said, I think the issues are twofold. Obviously, your partner not being honest with you, and then your partner cheating on you, especially cheating on you when you are pregnant.
Right.
For me, it's quite straightforward. I wouldn't go ahead with the marriage because you're going in with so much baggage. You can't even trust him. He's not considerate. You're in a very vulnerable position, and he's going around having fun, getting people pregnant when he should be focusing unprotected, bringing back disease to your home. Ew. So, yeah, for me, it's quite straightforward. It doesn't seem like the right situation to willingly walk into. So,
okay. Rosie, let's hear you.
My thoughts are split. Ideally, it shouldn't be something you should walk into. Case closed, because he's cheated on you, he has an issue outside. Obviously, you're not really comfortable with it, because one thing about side issues is that you need to convince yourself that you can look somebody else's child in the eye and love that child because he also belongs to your husband. So if you don't have that grace on your head, and you know you can't look at somebody's child properly, then you shouldn't even carry that cross to begin with.
Right.
You understand? So that's it. But like Tina said, I also know somebody who's gone through that situation. And they weren't married. They got married after. So it almost seemed like exact same situation. And they're having a blast. They are having good marriage and everything. The man is really sorry for what he did. I'm sure he never repeats it again, because he realized that one moment of being stupid cost him a lot. And he's all put and, and everything. And I'm sure he's spending his whole life compensating his wife for what he did wrong. You understand? So sometimes it's a bit difficult to say don't do it or do it. But most of the time, the most important thing is listen to your heart. You know the man you're with. If it's such that you can't find yourself trusting him again, then there's no point. Because trust is very important. Like Tina said, you are not married yet. So exiting is not difficult. It's not expensive. Even the mother who is even convincing you, Craig, can decide not to pick a call and it's fine. But once you get married, and then you realize that if it's a habit, let's say this one, it just so happens that he got caught.
Right.
Because somebody got pregnant.
Yeah.
Or probably the woman was even threatening to come and tell her that she's gotten her pregnant. That's why he had to be bold enough to tell the woman first. And maybe that's why he's even keeping information from the woman. So you know the person you're with. If your guts tell you that this man is lying to you, he's capable of doing it again and hurting you again, don't rush into this marriage. Take your time. So it all depends on, one, the relationship you have, the kind of person that you're with, and truly answer your own questions. Are you going to be comfortable with the marriage? If you do, why are you getting married? Is it because you want to marry him? Is it because you're pregnant? Is it because you think you don't have any other options? Why are you getting married? So if you answer those questions, then you will know whether you want to get married or not. But if you look at it on the face of it, we would all say don't go in.
Right.
But maybe just think about it. You may or may not want to do it.
People who cheat are weak, and usually it shows up in other parts of their lives. Because you see, apart from the fact that, let's say, okay, you go out there, you cheat, you get caught, you apologize, they may not, unless have the strength to resist that temptation further down the line. It's almost wired in their DNA. So that's my fear. One of the reasons I'll say,
an interesting
girlfriend,
analogy.
if you don't want to go into it,
I agree.
You disagree?
I don't entirely agree.
I don't entirely agree.
Okay, let me hear you.
You know, there are moments of weakness. We are
So you
are
just
human.
reiterating what I'm saying?
No, moments.
No,
Yes,
moments, but
it
it's
only
not.
takes
It's not
a moment.
Yeah,
And
but it's not wired in your DNA, because sometimes the consequences of what you go through after your moment of weakness will teach you never to go.
It's like
It will teach you
holding
to be smarter.
No, it's
Not necessarily. You see, so I mean, yes, of course, to every rule there's an exception.
Okay.
There may be men who will be caught and they will turn over that leaf and whatever. There are others who will just get smarter at it. Period.
Yeah.
And it's not just even a men thing; it's a human thing.
no. Okay. There are people who could get smarter, but you see, if the consequences are so horrible and you don't want to face that consequence, it's not like you don't want to do it.
They can't help themselves.
Really?
I know the breed of people that you are trying to bring
Yeah,
up.
they can
I think there are
I'm
people
saying
like
that
that
there
though.
is there's
Well.
a section of humanity or people who actually behave the way you're talking about.
exactly.
Yeah, but like generally,
But
we
there are
also
also
have
others.
others
Oh, of
who don't necessarily
That is
get
not in
smarter.
contention.
Okay. All right.
That is not in contention.
And then we're
yeah. So
good.
depending on what type of guy this
Yeah, that's
guy
what I was saying. That
is.
just know,
Yes.
you know, like be truthful with yourself. Like
Yeah.
what kind of guy? Because you see, a guy who would go and cheat, if he's a chronic
cheater.
I'm sure you would have, your instincts would have been telling you this guy is up to something.
Yeah.
For 8 years, there should be some pointers, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
this is the confirmation.
Yeah.
However, if your man is not the kind, and it's obvious, probably under the influence of alcohol or under the influence of some horrible peer
Yeah, I don't
pressure,
like that
or probably he was even raped or something like that,
Yeah.
then maybe you may decide that, okay, maybe it's a one-off thing.
Yeah.
But if he's somebody who is a womanizer, there's somewhere seated in your spirit,
That
or
you
your
know.
soul, that you know
Yeah.
that this guy is really capable of that and would not stop.
You see, the people who blame the alcohol are my worst.
They are the most annoying.
Yeah, it's not about alcohol.
The
It
alcohol,
only,
you see,
the alcohol only sort of heightens the
it's
feeling.
you
It's
see,
a catalyst.
You
Exactly.
see, that's something that you see. The alcohol, and what the alcohol does is that you see, the thing is not like you don't want
But
to do it.
amenity.
You want to do it.
Crazy.
But the alcohol
Listen,
gives you the vim.
Yeah, it just amplifies
It
what
just
you really
amplifies
want
what
to
you really
do.
want to do.
Yeah.
But you see, without the alcohol, you may be able to restrain yourself.
Me, I
Because the
don't want to
catalyst
hear
is not
that.
there.
I got
No.
drunk and she got
Oh, my
pregnant.
goodness.
Really?
That one there is no cool. It's not cool.
Anyway.
And it just goes to show that clearly you're cool with having unprotected sex outside
Yeah.
of your relationship.
That's even what kills
So
me.
yeah,
And I
The
think that
unprotected
the
one.
best he can also do in this situation is to at least give the wife information.
Yeah.
Or the
clean.
The girlfriend
Come
come
clean.
clean.
I
Give
think
all information.
that's my
so
biggest
that
issue.
Yeah, like if you really want to be with her, give the girl all the information that she needs. Don't let her find out bits and pieces of what's happening elsewhere. Because then the question is that what else are you hiding?
Yeah,
Mm.
and the
You
true
understand?
mark,
And
the
then-
true mark of someone who actually is remorseful. It's
Comes
somebody
clean.
who
It's change.
wants to bring
Yeah.
everything to light.
table and
Going
say-
forward, it's you and I. Let's plan what to do with
Or
our
this is
lives.
what I did.
Yeah,
wrong.
it just goes to show
Unless,
the
of
sort of
course, the woman
person-
doesn't want to hear.
Yeah.
If the woman says, I don't want to hear anything about it, that's different. But if the woman wants to know, you have every responsibility to let her know.
I mean, I think it goes to show the sort of man he is if he's choosing to hide information from her.
Surely.
So going forward, it could be something else. Like he
Yeah.
could have even
Yeah,
more
it could be-
kids.
yeah.
Could have another wife hiding somewhere
It
if
could
he's
be
not coming
money.
clean, like
it
you
could
said.
he could be in debt and he wouldn't tell you.
Yeah.
and he could have some illness he wouldn't
Yeah.
tell you.
Yeah.
Like
Dangerous.
it's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll move on.
Okay.
This message says, I'm planning a wedding with my fiance whom we've dated for 6 years. All right. We really love each other. Up until recently, my conversations do not excite him anymore. Sometimes I call, he wouldn't pick up, but I realize he's online. When I complain, he says I'm nagging. He actually is really excited when we're together. I mean, when he visits, it's a long distance relationship. I know he gets stressed out a lot, and I want to know if it's excessive stress that's causing this, or he's fallen out of love. Please help.
Sounds like story of my life a couple of years ago.
Do tell.
Oh my goodness, long distance relationships. I just feel like having a relationship online, WhatsApp, is always amazing. You know, the person is the most perfect human being on the planet. And then when you're together, it really goes to show what your relationship is like. For me, having those long conversations and those WhatsApp conversations were the high points of my relationship. So if you can't even have conversations on WhatsApp, then what do you have? Is it that it's just a physical relationship now, or I don't know. It's very confusing. I feel like they have to have a conversation, but they can't even do that because he's not even answering her calls and so on. It's quite tricky. It's like you don't really know what to work with because you're not being given a lot of information. So maybe she should pin him down when they
get together.
You know, okay, sit him down. I did that one to myself. Okay,
get it.
She needs to sit him down and have a conversation with him and have a I love honesty. Honesty is the best policy. Just have a conversation about why he's been distant, exactly what is bothering him. If you're planning on getting married, you should be able to have those difficult conversations.
Okay. Should I go?
Oh,
Yeah, please.
Okay.
This one is sitting on your lap now.
Well, it looks like, but for me, I'm more. My case is different in terms of what she said. Long distance is really nice for a lot of people, and then when they come together,
it's friction.
Yours is the other way around.
Mine is the other way around. So mine was long distance, and there's a lot of where are you? I can't find you. I want to talk to you. Da 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 da. Now we're together. It's sweeter because we know.
And we can see all your face.
All the problems, all the problems have disappeared, sort of. But what I would say is planning a wedding can take a toll on both people, okay? And especially when you have two different views of how the wedding should go, okay? So the woman's wedding. If the woman sees that this is my wedding and it has to be a certain way, and the man says, you know what, instead of spending all this money, why can't we do a small one so that we can use some of the money for this? And the woman says, hey, da, 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 da. So there's a bit of friction sometimes, decision making, and especially when things are coming from the man, like a lot of burden. He's thinking, are we going to even have this wedding talk again? Are we even going to do this again? Like, it's a bit heavy for both. And it's probably the first major task you're doing together as a couple. And so I don't think that he's out of love with you per se. It could be that it's a tough time. And processing and reactions and everything may come across as though he's out of the whole issue. But just take your time. You need to study him properly. Sometimes you may ask him what is wrong. He'll tell you it's nothing. Because what he is actually thinking about is more personal to him in his mind. Like, he's weighing the options of his money, his time. Is he actually going to do this? Because you have moments of cold feet as well. Should you do this or you shouldn't? So study him, know when to say what, and ask him, put things slowly. Just, if you were going to do, say, your budget was 70,000 cedis, and he says that, you know what, let's reduce the budget to 50,000. It's something that you should be looking at. Okay, so I looked at the list. I think we should take this out and see whether he lightens up or still the whole thing. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
a bit complicated, but you need to continue talking to him, but find out what puts him in a lighter mood than others, and then concentrate on those
things.
ones. And yeah,
Compromise.
Rosina,
To start with, relationships go through phases. So when you met, you were excited. Now, when there's nothing at stake, you are just, it's exciting, there's nothing at stake. Now you plan on getting married. You've got into a second phase. Like Tina said, both of you in your heads are playing out. Do I want to get married? Do I not? And the thing is that, look, some men shouldn't come and kill me. When a woman decides, not when she gets married when a woman decides to get married, she pictures herself married, children, family. Her head is settled in what she wants to do. When a man wants to get married, yes, they've gotten to that level where they think that the marriage is okay. This woman is correct. Charlie, I for marry her, maybe correct woman. But you see, the work, the responsibility that comes with it, they learn it in marriage. They don't psychologically grow up before the marriage. So when they get married, all of a sudden, when they are stepping out, they don't see why they should even tell their wife that I'm stepping out and I'll be back.
they're still single.
They are still single
mind.
in their heads. You understand? There's a baby born. They don't know that they have to help out. They still think so far as they didn't carry it and they don't have to give the baby
They don't
milk,
have to take care
they
of
can
it.
get up
Yeah.
and leave. You see, so it's like a certain level of maturity that happens the moment serious things need to happen. And what happens is that the man is not there yet. So you, as soon as the man said, oh, we should get married, the woman's brain
are
has already
racing.
fast forwarded.
Yeah.
She's already in
seen the
future mode.
reception.
Yeah.
She's seeing, look, she can even
has
see
finished the reception.
She has finished the reception. She even knows how many children they're going to have. She's probably been picking baby names. She's probably been changing her signature. Yeah.
People
Her
change their
surname.
signature?
People change their signatures
Oh,
because
wow.
well, that you that
I didn't know this one.
you know, are doing things ahead. So you realize that the man is also like, hey, slow down, you're going too fast. And you know what? Now your conversations will now move from, oh babe, let's hang out. Oh babe, I miss you too. Okay, we have to do this. You have to go and see this. You have to go. And, your conversations are now mundane. You're not getting boring. They're getting too serious. They're getting too focused. Now you're reading meanings into everything. When the man is not feeling, is not high, like it's not high in spirits. Instead of finding out, oh, why you not high in spirits, and probably you're like, why don't you want me anymore? Don't you want to get married anymore? Your conversations become more annoying. So I think that you see anything very serious, and look, the moment you hit the serious level, if you're not careful, you think that it's not worth it.
You crash, yeah.
You crash. So I think that is what you should do. You should relax. There is no look. Sometimes the moment is those who, okay, this marriage thing. Sometimes it's like a horrible spirit. Sometimes,
As soon as it comes in the equation.
as soon as the thought comes in, somebody that you've been so cool with, issues will come. If it doesn't come before, as soon as you get married, it will come. And it comes in a form where you look at the other partner and you are even shocked. You think that you don't even know the person anymore. You understand? But after some time, when things normalize, both of you mature to a certain level, then you can now have fun. But for the men, the thing is that look, when they say they're getting married, they are not looking at 10 years ahead. They are looking at the fact that they've reached that life. They think that they are financially sound. They think they can afford to look after somebody else. It would be nice to have a woman that reached a certain level in life. Oh, this woman is a good woman. I don't want to lose her. So let's get married. But they are not looking at the sacrifice and the responsibilities that come with it. All they know is the rights that come with it. The rights of, you have to cook for
the head
me.
of the home.
Yes, they see the rights, man. The rights, they're very
yeah.
evident.
Continue, cook.
The cooking, the cleaning, the serving them food, the
serving them
and all,
other things.
and all those things.
Thank you.
They see the rights, but the responsibilities, it takes, to every rule there's an exception, like I keep
Yes.
saying. But for the responsibilities, they actually grow into it. So don't read meanings into it. It happens all the time. It happens to almost everybody who's getting married, just getting married. It happens everywhere. So lighten it up. Just chill.
Take
And
the
some
chill
of the
pill.
plans, look, for weddings, it's on the lap of the woman. Because it's not everything you have to run by him. Your hairstyle and Charlie. Sometimes you realize that he seems not to be too interested.
Leave him
Chill.
alone, yeah.
Do your planning on the side. They're very serious things. Get his buy-in. Most of the time he'll say, okay, oh, you do whatever you want to do and do whatever you want to do. So just chill. Don't read too much into it.
Yeah.
Yep. Dear lady, you heard the sisters. Take a chill pill, right? One day at a time. We'll go for a quick commercial break. When we return, more of your messages.
Credible, timely, and authoritative. City TV offers the best news and current affairs programming every weekday on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Probing and informative, direct and instructive. Join me, Bernard Avile, this and every Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. on The Point of View on City TV.
Every weekday from 8 p.m.
Get up to date
with the leading news stories of the day.
Your comprehensive news coverage from across the country.
City Newsroom is your trusted daily news package.
Every weekday, 8 p.m. on City TV.
Make a date every Tuesday evening.
The politicians and key personalities speak to me, Godfred Akoto-Boafo, on Face to Face every Tuesday at 9 p.m.
Keep updated throughout the day on 2020 News.
For regular news checks as they unfold.
Politics, sports, entertainment,
business, and much more.
2020 News, we bring you the news in 20 minutes.
Every weekday evening.
Stay updated on the key business issues of the day with me, Bobio Say, on the Business Dashboard every weekday at 7 p.m.
Friday evenings.
My name is Caleb Kuda. I host a show that turns the news on its head. Join me this and every Friday on Backpage at 6:30 p.m.
Comprehensive and trusted news and current affairs programming. This is City TV.
Spend 30 minutes every weekday catching up with all the trending social media conversations of the day. If you tweet it, we'll read it. We might just even Skype you. 30 minutes is all it takes, so use the hashtag 30minutes on social media to catch our attention. Join the most interactive social media TV show weekdays at 5 p.m. only on City TV.
All right, so you're welcome back to Sister on City TV and 97.3 City FM. Remember, your comments are welcome to the show via our WhatsApp number 054-998-6996, or just send a quick email to jessica@cityfmonline.com. Better yet, follow us on Facebook at Sister Live and slide into our DMs. We'll be more than happy to get into your messages. So a message here says, my wedded wife, and ladies, I need you to pay attention to this one. My wedded wife kept reporting to me that her boss's driver had been informing her. Wait. Her boss's driver had been informing her that he used to drive her boss to Malams for her to get married to him.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now says, my wife then made me follow her from pastor to pastor for interventions. I later got to know that she was even in a sexual relationship with her boss before the wedding. I got mad, verbally attacked her by saying, you're very wicked. Would you be happy if someone does the same to your brother? She rather took offense and told me in my face that I slept with Salifu because he's educated and civilized. I slapped her left and right out of extreme provocation. I highly suspect from her attitude that Salifu is not the only man. Advice.
What? No, the thing started nicely, but it has ended
I mean, I got lost when he hit her.
That was the end, so it's fine. But yeah.
Okay.
We should advise him on what
to do next. Because he thinks Salifu is not the only man.
Yeah, I was lost when he said that. I thought he was even going to say, I'm sure Salifu took her to a malam and the charms worked or something. But how does he...
Okay, so she still works with Salifu?
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
And she slept with Salifu?
Yes.
And Salifu took her to malam so that they will marry, but they didn't marry anymore.
And she married him.
She married him.
But they used to sleep together.
But they used to sleep together before the wedding.
And he found out after the wedding.
I don't know.
Like, he's looking for advice whether he should stay in this relationship, right?
I think there's something
or whether
wrong.
there are other men.
I think there's something wrong with this girl in question.
Okay.
You see, I know that, yes, when it comes to those things, people do all kinds of things in order to get ahead and all that. But most of the time, the moment you get to know what the person was doing, the spell should be broken, no?
I don't know how
I don't even think maybe the malam thing took effect.
And especially if she didn't end up marrying him. Okay, the driver told her that he used to drive the bus round to go and see malam so that the woman would marry him. It didn't happen. She married somebody else. So obviously what the malams were doing was not correct. And you see, for me, if I were the woman and something like that happened, before I even open my mouth and tell my husband that my boss's driver told me that my boss used to drive around, it means I've left the job. That man is in my past. It's history to me. I can't be living and working with somebody. You see, some people don't understand that when it comes to people that you've had a relationship with, you've had some form of intimacy with, and your partner, you can't be, unless it's something you can't control, you can't be in the same space with the person 24/7 and expect your partner to be okay with it. Or somebody who has intentions of being with you, and you're always in the person's face. You're always seeing the person every day. There's a part of your partner will not be happy. So if you've told your partner that this man used to go to malams to make you marry him, what do you think of your man? What do you want your man to think after that? Oh, it's okay. You can get up, dress well, go to work, you look good, fine. That's okay with me. It doesn't happen. So forget about even the sleeping with her. Even if it didn't happen, the man would know that there's somebody in her workplace that really wants to have his wife. He won't be in a comfortable place.
Of course.
You understand? Now, to have the girl open the mouth and now tell the husband that, look, I slept with him. This time, not because of the malamso.
Because
he's educated and civilized. You are trying to say that it means that you, my husband, you are not educated.
Neither are
you
civilized.
You are not civilized. You understand? And I wanted to sleep with Salifu. That's why I slept with Salifu.
Not because of malam.
Not because of malam. That's the information you are giving the man. And the man's reaction is very unfortunate. But understandable, but very unfortunate.
Really?
Because under no circumstance should you hate a woman. Like I keep saying, if you don't want to, just leave, divorce and go. But there should be a reasoning behind that level of anger. Just that the reaction is unfortunate. So right now, instead of Tina analyzing the whole thing,
all she heard was hit, slap, left, right.
And that's what hitting does.
Yeah.
The moment you hate somebody, no matter how sweet
it nullifies
your
everything
thing is,
else.
It nullifies everything.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, look, the woman had it all wrong to the point you hate her. Now, after you hate her, people stop looking at the cause and they start looking at and then you hate her. So all I'll say is that, look, if it's a marriage, me, if I were you, if I were a man and I was you, I would not stay in that. But you didn't have to hate her before walking away. When you don't want somebody, just let the person, I don't want you, and walk away. I mean,
it's not that deep.
Yeah. But the woman, Charlie, she gave him.
Solid girl.
It sounds very vengeful.
Yeah.
It sounds like she's trying to get back at him for something. I don't know. I know you said it sounds like there's something wrong with her, but I have to disagree. I feel like if he was so quick to, I know you said he was triggered, but if that's his reaction to hit her, maybe he beats her. And
maybe
she
it's not
felt,
the first time.
Yeah, maybe it's not the first time, and she felt the need to get back at him by saying Salifu's educated,
And
or I mean, we don't know the
civilized.
whole and civilized. We don't know the context of the argument. Maybe it was like, you don't cherish me. Even Salifu went as far as to take me to a malam because he wanted to marry me. That sort of thing. So I don't
that's
know.
supposed to be like a plus.
I don't
like
know.
people are going.
Yeah, like people are going
to
lengths to try and wife me. Like if you don't appreciate me, he appreciates me. So I don't know if it's in your nature to hit someone because you're upset, then perhaps she had reason for saying such vile things to your face. So I don't know. I think no matter how angry you are, you should never hit a person. So I understand what you're saying, that your relationship can be sweet and it nullifies everything. But like, I just feel like if that's a part of your personality to express yourself in that way, then I can understand why she would say something like that to your face. Sorry.
So I agree with MFA, and all I'll add to it is that when you leave this relationship, be careful not to touch any woman again. If you move on with any other person,
as an abuse,
no matter how much you are provoked, please try and move out of the room. Just walk out of that space and try not to hit anybody, because as I said earlier, the moment I had hit,
everything changed.
Yeah, you don't hear anything else.
Everything has changed for me. So I don't have too much to say to you. All I would say is it's not a healthy relationship for you, only because you've abused there. And also, when you move on, please try not to touch anybody's child.
Can I just add one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
The way he even described the way he slapped her, the
Left.
language,
Left
left
and
and right. It sounds like it's a part of his vocabulary. So this person sounds very abusive to me. So I can understand why a woman would be so triggered as to say certain things to you. So like, I totally agree with you. Moving forward, maybe get help, mature, try and find a way to control your anger, because once you provoke someone in that way, best believe women of today will give it right back to you. So.
But then the thing is that you see, no matter how much you say, I understand, his reaction to being provoked was a slap. But you should also, as women, we should also try not to provoke a man, especially with another man, and much more about intimacy with another man. It's also a slap in the face. Not a physical slap, but a mental slap, an emotional slap.
Yeah.
So, yes, you can provoke him by talking and saying that you don't do this, you don't do me this, you don't do that, you don't do that, or this is what I need you to do. But never, ever, and it's not just women, for men to never, ever
use another person
as
a
yardstick with another person and speak
Yeah.
to the face of the person you're with.
Yeah.
It's a virtual slap.
Yeah,
you understand?
true.
So, even though we are, because the thing of the physical slap is that it's so evident, it's on the face, the scars are there. But the verbal abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse, they are all real. So why would you say that? I mean, that statement that you slept with the person because, it means you are justifying why you did.
Yeah, you're not even remorseful.
You're not even remorseful. So, I mean, yes.
Both ways.
Both ways. So that means that then clearly that relationship is probably a healthy one for both of them.
Yeah.
Because both of them are on a different energy level.
Because I get what you're saying, because we all know that comparing your partner to someone else is the most painful thing your partner could ever do. So clearly she knew what she was doing.
She's trying to hurt him.
Yeah, that's
She's
what I'm
trying to
saying,
hurt
that
him.
she must be triggered to be saying things like that to his face as well.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think the obvious thing we're saying is that it's not a very healthy relationship for the man or the woman, really.
Yeah.
And they need to take some very bold decisions and either get out of it or work their way around it. I have one thing to say, though.
What?
But the boss, no, how? Malam.
But you know what people do.
No, but you see, honestly speaking, if I knew that somebody was taking me to Malam, I don't think I would even want to be in the same space with that person.
I know you.
But see, I'm sure.
You want to bet that the boss is married? You want to bet? I don't know that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, possibly.
You won't be surprised. Like, and you are chopping something small. You want to go Malam?
No, but he's Salifu, so maybe he can marry more.
Okay, maybe.
So second wife.
Is that his real? Okay, never mind. Let's move on. Sister on City TV and 97.3 City FM. A message from Inusa. Now he says, I was dating a lady. She was in love with me because of my small money. I became financially weak and this lady left me. I traveled to Accra to find a job. By Allah's grace, I had a permanent job and now she wants to come back. Should I give her the chance?
Oh boy. No chance for Satan.
No chance for Satan.
Hey! But you see, in a man's down moment, if a woman cannot help, or even if you won't help with any money, at least words of encouragement that he would find his feet again. Encourage him to look for work. Encourage him that it will be all right. I mean, see, there are men who are ready to work with their hands. But sometimes when they go, the going gets tough. And when they come home, they just need that little encouragement from the woman who is their pillar to say that, listen, babe, today it didn't work well, but I'm sure tomorrow, if you try again, it will be okay. You couldn't do that. The guy has tried
hard,
and he's come to Accra.
Charlie.
And God has shined his face on him.
Oh.
And now he has some small money. You won't come chop again. You are lying. I beg.
Find a girl in Accra.
Find somebody. I'm sure in those times, I don't know whether there was a woman who was encouraging you small, or there was somebody. But I think that you deserve somebody who would encourage you to attain your highest potential. And you can get somebody like that. Don't sell yourself short. There are a lot of sikadicious girls. Don't do that, okay? Move on.
Yeah, man.
Aw, Tina. Oh, I'm so tired. That's the relationship I want. Words of encouragement.
No.
Oh. But yeah, I agree with everything.
I can give you that.
The words of encouragement. They say he's a man.
No, that's good. Girl power. But no, I totally agree with everything you said. Because I mean, when things were tough, she didn't stick around. Isn't that the whole point of a relationship? To have someone who encourages you as well, to balance things out. So I mean, this is quite straightforward for me. Of course not, unless another angle. It depends on what he's looking for. Is he looking to settle down, or he's looking for a hobby?
A hobby?
Yeah.
In what sense?
Like a very casual relationship.
That will not lead anywhere.
Yeah.
But so even casual relationship...
No, I'm curious. So if he is looking for a casual relationship...
If he is, then, I mean, he has money now. He can feel free to encourage her if he wants.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
so it's not that serious.
To entertain her, yeah. So it's not that serious. But if it's for a real solid relationship that could go the distance, then obviously I don't think this is the person for him.
Certain hobbies are not worth even.
Wait, so the hobby, no, it's like you chop and go or what? Okay.
They're not even worth it. You know, this is what a lot of people don't appreciate. Like, it's your lowest of lows. That's when you know who's in the boat with you.
Exactly.
Truly. It's not when things are going on well. It's not when everything is happening okay. And you said she fell in love with you because of your small money. And you lost your job. You see, that is the test. So if you were married, assuming you were married, and you lost your job, does it mean that you would have divorced you, cheated on you, or like what would she have done? And some of these things say, look, the reason why you shouldn't take that hobby is that I'm sure before you lost your money, you probably really loved her. You were very much into her. And then when you didn't have money, she just checked out. It doesn't mean that you've really gotten over her. You're probably hurt by her. You're surprised by her and everything, but all
motivated
it takes,
even.
Yes, motivated
to make sure
even.
that he makes
but all
it again.
It takes is one dinner. All your emotions will come back because it wasn't a mutual breakup. That's all it takes. One dinner, one correct time under correct settings, correct everything, and then you are back to square one. You maybe think that, this one day I'll just this thing and leave, but your heart will go and play its role again. So I think that, look, as far as I'm concerned, this is probably not someone for you. You need somebody who will be with you when it's raining, and with you when the sun is also up. And she's probably not the right person for you. And then to also give you an opportunity to learn. So next time when she's in a relationship and things go sour, she just doesn't check out immediately. She would also go through the grind with the person and then make sure that things get better. Life is in cycles. It goes and comes. That's what people need to understand.
True. And I don't understand why a lot of people don't get that concept, that it's not what happens when things are great that matter. You know, it's actually when it's gloomy and dark and it's raining in your life and you look left and right and there's no one. That's what matters. So, I mean, it cuts across. If you're my friend and in my darkest moment, you don't even know what I'm going through, then you're not really my friend. You know what I mean?
That's true.
You can't even tell.
My guy, I think you should just, with this new job, find some girl who can help you chop your money well, and live your life.
And save money. Now that you know that you can lose money.
Yeah, this other chick is not worth it. We'll go for a quick commercial break, but we're definitely coming back with more. Don't go anywhere.
We spice up your mornings with culturally enriched conversations, social interviews, and policy-oriented discussions that will keep you updated on the progress of the nation. Let your voice be heard with the hashtag #BreakfastDaily.
It's actually a good thing and healthy to be okay in your own skin. Not because you don't have the options, but it's also healthy to be able to say, listen, I'm going to the movies by myself. I'm going to the restaurant by myself.
Join us for Breakfast Daily, only on City TV. Join the Breakfast Daily team Monday through Fridays from 7:30 a.m. to 10.
For regular news checks as they unfold, 2020 news, all day, all the time. Politics, sports, entertainment, business, and more. 2020 news. We bring you the world in 20 minutes.
Welcome back, Sister on City TV and 97.3 City FM with me, Jessica, here with Rosina, Emifa, and Tina. Now, we have another message here which says, hello, sisters. I've been in a relationship with this lady for 3 years. She told me from the beginning she had one child, but I later found out that it was not true. A year later, after that lie, she told me she was pregnant. We got a pregnancy test and realized that was another lie. We went to the hospital for checkup and realized she's having some complications in her womb. She's now on medication, but it's left me confused. I feel like quitting because I do not trust this woman. What do you ladies think?
I think one angle to this is that it could be a story of a lady who knows that she may not be able to give birth, and to save face, she keeps on making up stories about having a child, getting pregnant, so that the history may look as though
she's capable.
She's capable. So medically now she's not capable, so the story doesn't look too bad. That is what I gathered from this. A lot of people don't know how to deal with situations, and they make up stories or lies as they go on, just for acceptance by their loved ones and society. And it could be one of these. But for me, what I feel is that when you find someone you love, you should be able to open up to the person and to be honest with the person about who you are, what your circumstances are, and everything that's going on with you. So why lie about a child you don't have? Why lie about a pregnancy that hasn't happened? Are you delusional? Is it that you are in a state where you are hoping that you are there, but it's not there. So are you pretending? Are you in some states? Like, I don't know. I just feel like you should be able to be open and transparent with your partner. If you are not doing that, then it's not a place for you. And luckily, they are not married.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They are not married. So, in fact, nowadays, I tend to, on the show, Rosina has always said that it's expensive after
divorce.
after you get married, and I've thought about that, and now I'm more geared towards, if you are not married, it's easy, relatively easier to move on with your life. And so I would say that you have found this, and it's a big red flag. If you are not able to trust the person anymore, there's no point in you being in a relationship with a person. True. And so avoid looking over your shoulder throughout the rest of your life, thinking whether what has been said to you is the truth or not. But this is how it will look if you don't process and do it well. That you have left her in times of difficulty. When she has gone to the doctor and the doctor has said that she's taking medication, she'll be better, she'll be fine, and then so maybe you can stick around for a while to see how responsive she is, and if she's actually nursed back and she's okay, then you can exit. Or maybe, I don't know how you do it, but just do it with tact so that it doesn't become messy.
I agree with Tina with a lot of things you said about it possibly being a medical condition that she probably knew about. I do think, obviously, because it's such a sensitive topic, she might have found it difficult to come clean with her partner. But I also think that your partner should be your best friend. You should be able to have those difficult conversations. It also sounds like she's going through some sort of psychological issues at the moment. If she feels the need to hide or lie about having a child, we still don't know whether she actually has the child or not. But
I was thinking maybe she even had two instead of the other way
yeah,
around.
because the story came as
yeah.
No, but it sounds like it's
She
the other way
doesn't.
around. She doesn't
Like she
have.
doesn't
okay.
at all. So I think, I know a lot of people shy away from mental health and going to therapy. It's actually Mental Health Awareness Month. So I think he should try and see possibly like a counselor or a therapist with her. It sounds like there's a lot going on. The fact that she's now on medication, the fact that she's hidden it. I know she's lied, but it's not like she cheated. It sounds like it's attached to a medical condition. I'm not saying it's right, but it's very sensitive. So I don't think he should necessarily walk out. It sounds like he loves her and he was looking to have a future with her. So I don't think he should walk out on her just yet. I think he should try and help her to solve the problem. He should also assess whether, if she can't have children, if that would bother him. Because there's some men who are very open to adoption. So possibly they can look at that option together. But I think he should try and make her feel at ease so that they can have that conversation. I mean, you'll not have answers if you don't communicate. So that's a good place to start.
Okay, Rosie.
I think there are lies and there are lies. This is a very big lie. And when I was a child, you say every liar is a thief.
Every thief is a murderer.
Thank you. When I was a kid, one of the things that my dad couldn't stand is if you lied. He would beat you up if you lied. Do you understand? But if you did something wrong and he asked you and you said, I did it, it's okay. He'll probably remind you, probably give you just 2 lashes out of the 12 or something. He just said my number is 12. Because he also was getting lashed 12 times. I'm telling you.
Wow.
So, and he's left-handed too, by the way. So you can imagine.
Jesus.
So at the end of the day, it's like there are certain lies you don't say. This is as good as if she had one and she rather lied that she didn't have a child.
Right.
It's as good as that. And to lie about something like this is a big lie. I will not be able to live with that. Now the questions are, how many other lies has she told you? Because there are some lies you can get away with here and there. But this is a big lie. And for me, once you can afford to lie like this, she's aware that she has a problem. And she wants to trap you into marriage. And then after marriage, you deal with the problem together. Then you can't say that you are leaving because she's not having a child. Then she's going to play victim. Well, I've gotten pregnant before. I even had a child, and the child, Then she, it's so not cool. As a man, I will not be comfortable with a woman like that. Normally, I'm not quick to say leave dog or something, but with this, I think it's a serious issue. I wouldn't advise you to go into a relationship. I wouldn't even advise you to wait it out. Because waiting it out, it might not happen. It's not, and you're not leaving her because she can't have a child.
Yeah.
You are leaving her because she's a chronic liar. Yeah. You said the first lie. You found out that,
it's not true.
It's not true.
You don't have a child.
You didn't stop there. Now you've lied that you are pregnant. And you were bold enough to go and do the test with him. Really?
Yeah.
You see, then that's when I'll say that then maybe she has a mental issue.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Or she has a mental issue where her body tells her she's pregnant, but she's not.
Or
she's
living in a state of denial.
Or she's living in a state of denial. Or she's living in a state of some gigantic faith. She knows that she can't have a child, and she's practicing her faith. I'm pregnant.
Let's
go and check it. And claiming it. So there's something off. But whatever it is, lying to your partner, especially about something as sensitive as this disease, childbirth, is not cool. It's not cool. And if you're not comfortable with it, this will not be the first lie. Things get worse when you get married. Okay? So things don't get better. It's after some time that they actually get better. So if for now you're dealing with these kind of lies, I don't know what kind of lies you'll be dealing with. So when you even have a child and you say, this child is not yours, you don't know whether she's lying or whether she's speaking the truth or whether you should laugh about it, whether she get angry about it. Because she said bigger lies in the past.
Yeah. Just so if I may, what MF said, in terms of, I'm just thinking, she lied consistently about childbirth, pregnancy.
Things,
That's why I said she has
a geared towards something specific. I feel like she yes, there's something off.
Yes, there's something off.
And so she needs help, mental help, like psychological help, because
it's off.
It's off.
But Tina, let me ask you a question. Is that the only lie she said?
Probably not.
That's
we don't know.
That's the only lie he knows. It's true.
Yes.
Yes,
that's
we
what I'm saying.
don't
That
know.
yes, but something definitely is off.
But per the submission, we are limiting the lies to the two, and it's all all in relation to one thing: childbirth.
Yeah. I don't think she can have kids, personally. But she has a condition that may require. And there's so many people who've been told, for instance, they can't have children,
kids,
and then they go through whatever medical whatevers, and they're able to birth a child in future. So, my guy, I mean, I think you should weigh your options. How important is having kids to you? Plus, you didn't give us details on what exactly her condition is for which she's being given medication. For instance, if the medication is going to improve the situation, and in future she can have the children, then perhaps it may not be a big deal, depending on, of course, what weight you place on lies, right? Because she's been lying pretty much to you from the very beginning. So we wish you the best of luck in taking that decision. And thank you for messaging the show. We'll end now. It's been an exciting show. Ladies, thank you very much for your time. And of course, to our viewers for watching. And of course, those of you listening on City FM for tuning in every week. Totally appreciate your audience. My name is Jessica. We'll be back same time next week on your favorite station. And of course, your favorite all-women talk show, Sister Sister. Thanks for watching. Bye.